Jurek looking to attack from further back in the penalty box. Zigic in the 6-yard area. And it's nudged in and home, it's in! Birmingham City have the lead in the Carling Cup final. He won't be too keen to celebrate yet, Alex McLeish. There's a long way to go yet. But how he'll be relishing this moment.
There's a super header from Roger Johnson in the first place. He's really strong. And Zigic, when he's that tall, is in front of the keeper. It's impossible for the keeper to get above him. He just gets the slightest nick. No chance for the keeper. But it's the initial header from Johnson. We talked about how strong they are in the air. Roger Johnson is one of the strongest headers of the ball from set plays in the Premiership. And he proved it there. Got it into the centre of the goal, and Zigic did the rest.
Well, gradually this season, Nikola Zigic, Van Persie ahead of him. Arshavin, poor up here for Arsenal. Still Arshavin, and then Wilshere off the crossbar. Arshavin again, the danger hasn't passed yet. Wilshere so unlucky. Still Arshavin, Van Persie. Super goal, and they're back in business.
Well, they are, and it all came from Wilson's shot in the first place. Wilshere at the crossbar. Wilshere actually was off running. He thought he'd scored, but it didn't. Arshavin kept it alive, took it to the byline, looked like he'd overrun it. And here's the initial shot here from Wilshere. He certainly thought he scored there. Wasn't a good clearance there when it came back off the bar, but Arshavin keeps it alive, takes it around Ridgewell, and there's Van Persie peeling off Jurek, and again, we've seen this earlier in the game, super turn, goes round Ridgewell, and there's Van Persie with that right foot, no chance for Ben Foster, and I think Van Persie's got a little knock there from that shot, but a great finish, the sort of finish this kick.
Up towards Zigic. Oh, misunderstanding, an open goal, and Martins has scored for Birmingham. And maybe, just maybe now, has earned them the Carling Cup. There it is, a trademark somersault from the Nigerian. It was a horrible mess at the back for Arsenal. And he wasn't going to miss from there. Obafemi Martins, the substitute for Birmingham.
Well, can you believe this? It's just a hopeful ball from Foster. Zigic causing trouble yet again, but it's a simple ball for Chesney. I'm sure he shouted it for it because Shelby leaves it and it just takes his eye off the ball, Chesney. In his inexperience, took his eye off the ball and it just bounced off his knee. And
this is the one they would give up, but it's the manner in which they've given up.
Yeah.
The big challenge for them now is to regroup and somehow, and I keep coming back to it, the men in the squad stand up and be counted. But there's no men there. You know, they're boys. And I don't know if Arsene Wenger is shied away from managing big established players, because they are the hard ones to manage today. They're the harder ones to manage. Ones with the big egos. Ones that want to be a big say in the dressing room. He shied away from that.
I think it's the policy that he's gone with. He's gone with a policy of youth, and this is at the end of this 5-year cycle. Building the new stadium meant that he couldn't go shopping in Harrods, where Man City was shopping and Chelsea was shopping. He's had to buy lower down and nurture people. Now, if you buy the Finnish article, he's already had his disappointments. He's already had his successes. He comes to you finished, polished, and with the personality required to win trophies. They're having to grow in front of the public, and there's disaster coming, there's joy coming, but it ain't enough at the moment.
It is certainly disaster today. The joy is for Birmingham City and Stephen Carr, and at this moment, as he walks up the steps to receive the trophy, let's hand back to Peter Brackley.
Oh, terrific scene. He looks absolutely exhausted, Stephen Carr. He's just about going to make it, I think, to receive the trophy.
I think you're right, because there was a couple of occasions, certainly towards the end there, where he broke forward as he loves doing. And it must have taken him about 4 minutes to get back into his full-back position afterwards. He was so shattered. But I just imagine the things that are going through his mind as he walks up there now. You know, not that long ago, out of the game, retired to Ireland, and here he is, 2 years later, being the captain of a cup-winning side. Absolutely tremendous for him. He's a lovely lad, and you couldn't wish it for somebody better. As the goalkeeper behind as well, who we've talked about time and time again, how important he was in the second half.
Persuaded out of retirement by Birmingham a couple of years ago. A wonderful story of perseverance and determination to prove himself again. A League Cup winner with Tottenham back in 1999, and now 12 years on, a cup-winning captain with Birmingham City. And the players can hardly be enjoying this moment more than, well, they are enjoying it more than any other moment in their playing careers, I'm sure. Huge wave from Stephen Carr for the Birmingham fans. It's going to be some journey for them back up the motorways and on the trains tonight to the West Midlands. Behind him, Ben Foster. I'm not sure who got the man of the match award, but he would certainly be a strong contender. He did get it, did he? See from here, but
yes, Ben was just briefly there was announced man of the match, and quite rightly, as I say, with that performance in the second half, and there he is picking up that man of the match trophy as well.
Fully deserved on the back of some terrific saves. He likes this competition. After his triumph with Manchester United 2 years ago, he's a winner again. It's Blue Nose elation at Wembley. Birmingham City are the 2011 Carling Cup winners. And they really are going to enjoy this for a long time to come. And it will give them a lift too, no question about it, as they strive to retain their place in the Premier League. That's for another day. At the moment it's all about celebrating this success here in front of, well, their fans, around 31,500 of them here. And they'll take some shifting from the stadium, looking around.
Well, never mind the Arsenal post-mortem, just breathe in the atmosphere if you are a Birmingham supporter. Zigic there with the first goal in the first half for them over Femi Martins with what turned out to be the winner right at the death. It is Birmingham's trophy today, and what might that do to their season?
Well, as we said before, they still risk going down. You know, they don't score a lot of goals. In fact, the fewest goals in the Premiership, so they've still got it all on their plate to do, because, you know, it looks like Wolves are on a bit of a roll now, and West Ham have won it against Liverpool today, so the priority for them is staying in the Premiership, because that's how your club goes forward. That's a great bonus for them. We mentioned before about Arsenal needing to win today to take confidence for the rest of the season. You'd like to think this would do the same for Birmingham. They've won today, and confidence going into the next few games. Hopefully, well, he has to make sure he's got a big job to make sure some of them don't get in their armchair now and think the season's over after today. They still have a job to do.
He got it right, didn't he, really?
He's got it smack on. I mean, they got a bit of luck when they wanted it, but it wasn't all luck. I mean, they have constantly been in that game today from early on, and Arsenal only came alive when they actually got the goal, and they really came alive. And from then on, it looked like Birmingham were going to take some punishment of which they weren't going to be able to cope with. But especially with Foster, in the form he was was absolutely credited completely right as man of the match, and in the end, when you needed a bit of luck, they got it.
Alex McLeish, I mean, Beaujeu coming on that left-hand side looked excellent. Gardner going off, and we felt, you know, why has he made that change? But it was a good call, and, you know, going with Zigic in the first place, you know, he grabbed the goal that, you know, we didn't think he'd get, and then of course Obafemi Martins, another substitute, grabbing the winner. So all in all, the manager's done fantastically well today. He's called the tactics, and he's got what he deserves.
That experience crucial for Alex McLeish. He knows what it's like to win a trophy. I'm not sure he expected, as he said before the game, 9 out of 10 times we'll play Arsenal and we'll lose. And this is the one occasion.
It's a two-horse race. We all fancied Arsenal. We thought Arsenal made by more than one clear goal. As it turned out, a big mistake, as big a mistake as I can ever remember seeing in the cup final, has won it for them. But fair play to them. They had a game plan which was to try and nullify the power of Arsenal. And the power of Arsenal is to keep the ball better than anybody else in that midfield area, and hopefully enjoy a bit of luck somewhere. They got the luck. You know, Zigic, no one's raving about Zigic being this and that, but he ends up getting an end of something that gets a goal for them, and then they end up with that mistake at the end to win the game. Fair play to them. Let them enjoy their day. And
with all that play, with all what we've just said, Chesney, I don't think has hardly had a shot to
the man of the match, Foster.
I think it's you look. I don't remember Chesney really having anything with.
No, it's hard to deny Birmingham because
they
everyone likes underdogs.
They stayed in there.
Unless you're not an Arsenal man. You know, I think most neutrals would have wanted Birmingham to win.
It's an outstanding
They've
achievement.
done well.
They matched up. They matched up.
Man Cities and Newcastles, big clubs who've never won anything really for years, and there they are winning a trophy. You know, only the second trophies in their history. That's quite remarkable.
Second major one,
Same competition.
Yep. Absolutely.
It just shows you football is a mad business. There's no logic in it at times.
That's why we love it.
There's just no logic.
They won't be loving it in that Arsenal dressing room, you know. It's going to take some character and personality in there to.
And that's when you wonder where they are, though. As Graham's saying, where are the men? You know, where are the characters?
Well, this is what they're going to have to grow that personality now.
But we've been saying this for a while, and a lot of people we've been saying that the centre halves, for example, have always had a doubt about them.
Yeah.
And there we were today. It's come right to the front, not in an awful way. They did well, but there is a problem there, and I think it's got to be solved, because otherwise they'll always have that little flip, because we know they can attack, and the defensive side of their game is just not up to it.
Men who enjoy the physical part of the business, and we're not talking.
Well, they had them for years, didn't they? That's what they got to emulate. All you got to say is, we'll stop the goals. And we said it about Chelsea the other day. We're saying that Chelsea don't let goals in. They're not, I think, less than anyone in the league. So therefore, you've done half the job. If you just let the Arsenal-type players
it's the
do that.
Game we're talking about. It isn't airy-fairy football. It's in your face. In some game, there's a period in the game where your centre-halves have to get physical and rough people up.
And this is why they've been so good.
That's this character that's won them this game. They've hung in there. You know, there was times when it wasn't pretty, but they show personality, they show character, a little bit of inspiration when it's needed. And that's what winning's all about, and that's what Arsenal just don't have at the moment.
You know, coming back to centre-halves, if you analyse the two goals, if they've had one dominant centre-half, neither goal is conceded. Either wins the first header or the second header before Zigic gets it for the first goal. On the second one, either wins the header, or if it's the second centre-half, he's clearing his lines. So,
a Vidic type central defender there goes and clears both those balls out, and it doesn't even happen.
But you're a centre half. I look at Arsenal now, and I would say if I was playing against Arsenal, you can physically mess them around, because what they're pinchers of the ball as centre back. They're always trying to get in front of you to pinch it and to play. They don't want to take you on in a physical encounter.
Maybe mentally you can mess them around as well. Now that after this, we will talk more when we return. But it is Birmingham's day. A catastrophe at the back for Arsenal, and Obafemi Martins makes it a day for the Blues.